the stage to you two. I'll still hang around while I fiddle with my new keyboard. And I'll leave the stage to you. And if you two fuck up, I'll beat it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Frank.
At
Thank you.
Adrian G4EL. I'll leave it to you guys. All right, have fun, guys. Just take
Thank
it
you,
easy.
Frank.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. As you heard from Frank, this is our first time actually hosting an AMA, and it's gonna be one with Elemental Raiders. And we got Adria right here. Hey, Adria, how you doing?
Very good, and you. Thank you for inviting me here, guys. Appreciate it.
We're
Welcome,
glad to
welcome.
have you. So, Elemental Raiders is a free-to-play. This is going to be a card turn-based hero battler. So, tell us about Elemental Raiders.
Yeah, exactly. You say Elemental Raiders is a free-to-play RPG turn battle game where you can play as a regular game as a free-to-play. But later on, if you want to invest in the game, you can become a pay-to-earn player. But more or less have different aspects that not play-to-earn games has. So first of all, we as the G4EL, we come from regular Web2 games or game as a service. We like how the natural progression of games, traditional RPG or MMO games are. So we believe that besides the game that needs to be fun, we appreciate that the game needs progression that you need to play, you need to invest time in the game, to also every time you need to put your time to progress your account, to progress your skills and everything. So we created a system where, as a free-to-play, you can upgrade your card, you can play freely, you can enjoy the game, you can do different modes, you have arenas that you play with other players, but also you have raids that you have to fight the powerful monsters, really challenging. So it's quite different, but and at the end you can progress your account and your skills and you do your stuff. But in the end, if you want to become play-to-earn, if you invest a little in the game, with all the progression of and all the time you invest in the regular game, your NFTs also level up. So your NFTs will progress in the game, will upgrade your vanity purposes. So imagine that I have an NFT that is upgraded to level 10. You will have a lot of color effects. You will have foil effects. It will increase the total visual of the skills, but also that I will explain you later on because it's a little bit complex. But depending on how much NFTs you own, you will earn more in the end. But more or less, just think as a regular game, a free-to-play game with the added features of a play-to-earn mechanics.
Okay, so basically, all aspects of the game are free to play, but people that invest are just gonna get a bigger return out of it. Is what I'm getting.
Bigger return and also have improvement in vanity purposes. So we don't like that pay to win fair to like other games has. We want that every player have the same chance. Of course, if you play more at the end, you have better levels. So when you level up, you have a little bit of power upgrade. But in the end, free to play with a lot of time and effort, with time invested in the game, can eventually catch up a paying user. Just imagine that I play the game for 5 months, I upgrade my account to level 8, I do everything, my stuff, my dailies and everything. But in the end, imagine that you start to play today and you invest money. But in the end, you by playing freely, you eventually will progress at the same level that the paying user. So of course, the other user can speed and pay this progression. He can pay to speed the progression, but at the end, both of the players have the same chances to win. So of course, similar to like a regular Clash Royale game, where of course I do my dailies, I play my battles, I earn rewards, I do my stuff. But at the end, if I am free to play, I go in the ladder bot, I will battle versus players with the same level as me. But then if I am good, I am in their top ranking, maybe I can play versus a player that have 1 or 2 more levels more than me. But at the end, it's not too much of a deal because our game requires a lot of skill. I believe for a start, it's an easy game, but the more you come, the more skills and the more you are progressing the game, you have better skills, you have the mechanics are harder. So in the end, we believe that the game is balanced between an easy game, but at the highest stage is not is like you need to do a lot of things like a card game where it's not like you have to take into account many factors, and I believe that it makes the game more interesting at the end.
I got it. Thank you. And just connected to this, do you guys have a matchmaking system to match up players of the same skill or power, as you said?
Well, yeah. At the first, we have the same rating. So at the end, if you have if you have an account more powerful than others, you will have more chances to win because you will be 8% from 8 to 10% more powerful at the end. Same as Clash Royale, as you can imagine, as a popular game that follows the same system. So at the end, the rating determines your skill. But for me, if I'm level 7, I can beat a level 8 or even a level 9 for sure. But
I gotcha.
will be more harder to beat. But NFTs don't give any power advantages. That's at first we made this kind of approach, but then we reverted because we didn't like too much. So at the end, we don't want that any pay to win mechanics, because we believe that's fair. Of course, if you don't have the time to play the game, but you want to invest because you like it and you want to be competitive, you could do that. But at the end, a free-to-play can become the same level as a paying user.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Obtain skins. I think that's one of our official questions while you're on that subject.
Sorry, can you
Unless
repeat?
I missed.
I got cute your voice. Can you repeat, please?
Said, and while you're on that subject, how do you obtain those skins?
Yeah. So first of all, we have two types of NFTs. We have skins that act as a visual effect of your hero. So the hero have a different visual, have a different cosmetic item, have a different effect, and also it could be like these skins have different rarities. So depending on the rarity, will be more. We have more available or not. So we have common, rare, epic, and legendary, and also unique. So depending of the rarity, it will be the price of the NFT will be more harder to obtain because it will be more. We have more scarcity on it, and then we have the skills. Skills also, you will have at launch, you will have all the heroes unlocked, all the skills unlocked. Depending of your progression, you will unlock them along the way. So the more you play, the more skill you have unlocked. But there will not be NFTs. So at any time I want, as a free-to-play or a paying user, it doesn't matter. I can mint these NFTs. So this NFT skill, I can convert a regular skin to an NFT. So this will allow us to do two things. So one of them is to allows me to trade in the marketplace, and on the other end is that I can become a play-to-earn user because I have NFTs on it. So just imagine we're creating this system that it's new. We're creating a bridge from free to play to play to earn. So because how our game is designed, we are very keen to provoke that all the time that you spend in the game matters. So just imagine that I'm free to play. I play 5 months the game. I level up one skill to level 8. That it's for me it's hard to get. I spend a lot of time. I do all my things every day. But then I want to sell it. So I can mint at any time I want to NFT with a very low entry barrier. So it will be almost 10 euros to mint your NFTs. It will be miraculous, so it doesn't matter how much the token is worth. Of course, it will be in our in-game token. So I can convert it and I can trade. So because I spend a lot of time in this NFT and this NFT is already leveled up, somebody that don't want to take this time leveling up or don't want to pay that much, because of course in our game the time you spend is value. So we'll buy it in the marketplace for sure more than the price of the mint, because I spend a lot of time and it's already upgraded and will give me more power in the end, because I don't need to spend that amount of time playing the game. So at the end, as a free to play, I can make money just by farming skills, but also the skins that are the visual of the heroes. at G4AL, we will be the only sellers of the skills, of the original skills, but then you can trade it on the marketplace. So we will control how much the skins are in circulation. But I just wanted to know that all the money that it's our economic model, all the money, all the GGTs that it's our platform token, that people purchase in our game, from the skin, the skills, the upgrades, the mint, the buying chest, or anything that is in the game, 100% is going back to the players. So a G4EL doesn't take any cut from the game. It just takes 2% of fee in the marketplace when people take assets from one to another. So at the end, if all the money that the people invest in the game, we go back direct to all the players.
Cool. So
That's
you guys
awesome.
are kind of offering a easy bridge back and forth from the free play to the play to earn aspect, whether you're invested or not. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So with this mint option, we get a system where free to play can decide if they want to monetize their time. I think that's important, because just imagine that I have 2 rocks in my hand, and I want to sell it. So because you don't know which rock it is, all the rocks, all the most rocks cost the same, because it doesn't matter. But if I say you that one is going to around all the world and go to the Everest and go back and everything, because this rock has time spent in it, it's more valuable have a purpose, because it's how humanity works. So at the end, because I spend time in my NFT and it's level up and have more vanity and have more upgrades, that only it's obtaining through the time invested in the game, people will buy these NFTs and will make this, besides all the play to earn mechanics and fair tools that you can earn potentially more, this NFT will be really unique and cooler, because you need to really spend time on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I saw the cinematic trailer that you guys have with that the green girl character. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Who's doing the art? Who's doing the art for you guys? Or are we gonna see like cinematic pieces in the game like that, or are we gonna see that more for the lore side? Because it looks like you've also got a good idea for lore ahead of you.
Yeah, we all do hero search. So because we have the company is done by 4 founders. One of them is Manuel Sor, the CEO that was the president of King Studios. He actually made the game Candy Crush, so he had more than a lot of years experience in video games. But one of the founders is Javier Leon. We have a studio that actually have 2 offices here in Barcelona, in Spain. One in Barcelona that we are 25 right now, that are all the managing team, developers, and marketing team. And then another office that is in the south of Spain, in Cadiz, that are 12 artist designers that do all these cinematics, that already work it with Blizzard and other companies. So we already work. Well, it's a part of our team, because Javier Leon, the other founder, is the CEO of that company. So we're already involved with this. So we have 2 offices working full time in Elemental Radius, and the next game that we will do, that is Diamond Dreams, and all we do in the house.
That's cool.
Okay.
Now, while we have this running, Shadowsen is going to be running a giveaway. So we have questions from the community that we're going to pick 10 questions total. Is that right, Capo?
Yeah, that's right. We got 10. We're going to pick 10 questions, and we also are going to have a raffle running.
Sure, that's nice.
One question that I had before we get started with the community questions, I was, kind of scrolling around, and the elemental crystals, looks like you have an unlimited supply, an infinite supply of those. I just wanted to hear a quick synopsis on how that works for your economy, and then we can move on to the actual, the official question.
Yeah, so sure. At first, we started with a regular play-to-earn mechanism. So just imagine, like, right now the current play-to-earn model doesn't work. So you see in games like Axie Infinity, Really, the token doesn't have any much of utility besides the breeding. So at the end, the breeding was only that if there was demand from Axis, people will buy it, so there will be demand from FLP. But at the end, when no new players will join the game, and buy an Axis, the economy will collapse, and that's what's happening. Also, the current rate of inflation between the SLP and the burning region for mean and moon ratio was very high, so it was not sustainable. So at first, we decided to do a similar economy with with more utilities from our in-game token. So you can have a lot of more than 6 ways to burn this in-game, because you need to spend time. You have all the operation system that Active doesn't have. So this we add another layer, and also we made that 30% of the money invested in the game will go back to burn and to buy and burn these crystals. But at the end, we wasn't happy about it. We ran some simulations. The economy was sustainable long term for more than 2-3 years with that model, but it was not sustainable enough. We are not happy with it, because at the end it was a system where, okay, I invest in the game, and I buy in Axis, I buy my Axis and I farm, and then eventually at 3, 4, 5, or 6 months or whatever, when I have my investment back, I just keep winning, and I win because other players put that money in. Because in play to earn, it's how it works a little. So it has like a wild economy where it wasn't controlled. So at the end, I want to resume, because our economy system is very complex, but I believe that we have the key that's for success. Is that, first of all, this will be updated in the white paper soon, because in one week we created a new economy. We are simulating it, and we're having amazing results. So we will for sure update this in the next week. Is that we will create. So we have 2 types of things. So first of all, you have the NFTs. So NFTs will increase your potential earnings, but in order to become a play-to-earn player, you will need to do a monthly subscription. It's not too much. You will have to reinvest part of your money, because we want that the players keep engaging. So just imagine like a battle pass. Okay, just imagine like Fortnite, where as a player I just buy a battle pass, and then that this battle pass does is that it gives you cosmetics, but then it gives you some money to buy an extra battle pass in the future, but not the total battle pass. So what we will do is that in order to do a play to earn, you will need to do this month subscription, and then I will recoup guaranteed 0.5% of this investment for sure. We will give you back to the players 0.5% of that investment back with elemental crystals. So just imagine that we put all the money that from the players coming back. So people will need to invest and to do this money subscription. We will have these NFTs, and then 50%, if I play all the games I have to, I will recoup this investment back, but then the other 50% will go redirected to all the players depending on their skill, investment, rating, and performance. So at the end, we are controlling the economy in a matter where we don't want that the people can earn crazy money with a low investment. What we want to do is to control that it's more like an economy driven. So depending of the total amount of players we have, the total amount of we have in the bag from all the players, and the potential farming from all the tokens that they are doing, we are creating an algorithm that we will show you in the white paper when it's done. That it's very unique and very important, that we can control how much we will give from that money to share among all the people to create a sustainable economy. So we are regulating it in a fair where you can earn, but we don't want that you can. We want that because you play the game, you can have fun, but it's more like a job. We need to keep playing, and I will earn my money, but we don't want that people can earn crazy reward, because that is not sustainable. Of course, we would love to, but if you would in the end, you need to control the amount of reward that people need to earn, depending of the total players that are investing. So at the end, we are making it more sustainable. Of course, in our game, you can make money, and if you buy a game pass, besides the potential elemental crystals that are the potential fiat return you can get in our game, you will get NFTs, and you will get, depending on the tier of your monthly subscription, you will get NFTs, and you will get also power upgrades. So in the end, if I keep improving, if I keep playing, in the end I will win for sure. It's complicated, but it's a resume that I just told to you now.
It's like you're introducing 9 characters to begin with. There's 9 heroes that I see here. So it looks like depending on, there's definitely some strategy that you can incorporate in here.
Sure. So you at launch we have 9 heroes. These 9 heroes we have every hero have 15 unique skills for the hero. So there are every hero have different roles. So we have tank, support, and DPS, and also we have 3 elements. So there we have fire, nature, and water, and depending, of course, more like a Pokemon. If water attacks to fire, it will deal more damage, and so on. So we have more than 150 skills at launch. That we have more than 40 skill effects available. So we have a lot of synergies. We have many different builds you have infinite builds to do one. So right now I played a lot in the game. I'm game designer, so I'm just every time I keep, I can do this combo with this. It's really interesting and it's really fun.
Yeah, I got you. That sounds interesting. Okay, so I think we have to move on to a few community questions asked by our members. And guys, if you want to ask questions, just go into the AMA questions channel, ask them in text, or if you want to get up on stage in a little bit, we're gonna let you come up and ask your question if you want to. But as a first question, this comes from Najwan. Is there any requirement for anybody to just get the game and play it?
No, there is zero requirement. You just can play the game by free to play. And you will be available on PC and mobile at launch, 28th of November.
Okay, so just go to your website, elementalraiders.com, and just follow the info.
Yeah, right now on the PC, we have the bet on PC, and surely we'll follow the game on mobile.
Okay. Facrail asked, are there any plans to introduce a mass PvP for more fun battles? And how often do you plan to add new heroes?
Yeah, so every patch we will add new heroes or skills. We want that we have an infinite, that we don't want that. We already have a new element to add to the table and 2 heroes that there is already designed, also for more skills. But also for the next patch, what will be the best fair tool that we will implement guilds fair tool where you can create your own guild, you can compete and everything. So right now we are prioritizing what we want to do. The game is now 99% done. So I believe that the stage we are very happy. The game for me it's fun. Of course, they will keep improving day and day. So yeah, I think that we are not that kind of company that will release a game and then just forgot it. Every time we will try to improve it. Every time we have the different patches, we have different heroes at the end. We will add many new features on the game, 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the next one is going to come from Little Blue. She asks, what are the benefits for players who buy the NFT skins, NFT skills comparing with non-invested player?
So for NFTs, I mean, if you want to earn some money with it or potential revenue from the game, you will need to invest in the game, 100%. So the NFTs, besides the part that they give you that you can trade them and you own the asset. So just like a regular game like League of Legends, you don't own the asset. With the NFTs, you own it. I guess that everybody knows about this, but with NFTs in our game, you will earn a multiplier of how much you can earn, depending on my investor, of my investment, of my NFTs that I have in my account. I will earn more rewards because I have these NFTs.
Okay, I think Little Blue has a few more questions. Squeaky, do you want to keep going on with her questions, and we're gonna keep going?
Yeah. So you have two of the currencies. We had the basic one. That was the rune stones, and that's what we're giving away today, right? We're giving away 3,000. Anything for
Yes.
Yep. And so her question is about the elemental crystals. So that's going to be the on-chain currency, right?
Yeah, the elemental crystals are the token that you can farm. So the elemental crystals are needed to upgrade your it's your time invested in the game. So from all the NFTs that can be upgraded, so you will need these elemental crystals to upgrade. So at the end is that for the play to earn user, it's the time I get invested in the game. So all the NFTs can be upgraded. So the more I upgrade, the more powerful they become in terms of vanity and in terms of how much elemental crystal I can earn. So I will need these elemental crystals to upgrade my NFTs. So imagine that, okay, I start with an NFT level 1 that have just a regular mark and we have no effects, no new lights. So depending on how much I level up this NFT and have become from level 1 to level 10, at level 10, it has crazy effects with cooler lights, like it will become foil. So we have a really a cool design because we take care of how we design the game that really improve a lot the visuals of the skill. So they are very cooler. Just imagine like a skin from League of Legends that you can have different tiers. So you can buy the legendary ones or the normal ones. And of course, it costs more because the legendary ones are more well produced. So at the end, this is how we do also our NFTs.
Oh, so you use the elemental crystals, and then the skins get upgraded visually too, is what you're saying. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hero.
And do
Which one?
do the abilities change too, like the visual effects on the abilities and not just the character?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's really cool.
Which one?
Yeah, so right
Which
now
one is
the skin,
your horse?
sorry?
Which hero is your favorite? Which one is your horse? As we say.
Right now, one of my
And this guy, I'm about to post a picture.
Yeah, right now one of my favorite skins is from Freyana. Freyana have a corrupted skin that you could buy it when on their chest. It was a legendary skin, and for me it was very cool, and I like it a lot. But in the end, I have really like personal attached to all the heroes because we created it. So at the end, I'm trying that I cannot pick one, but I have one. I think that they will have a lot of cool skins from the heroes, and I think that we have pretty good ones, to be honest.
Yeah, the art looks really good. The art looks really good. We looked over it, and it's like very, very well made.
Yeah, if the people want to see the art, you can go to the web. Maybe you can download the game on PC and you can check it out. It will be with a few steps. You pass the tutorial, and then you can play the game and see all the skins that we have. And then right now on the PC beta is not implemented on the blockchain, but soon we'll have all this available and people could see how the NFTs upgrade and everything. To be honest, they are very cool. Just imagine that you drag, when we have this on mobile, you need to drag the skill to the hero. But then imagine that if I beat my skill at level 10, besides of all the image and the stela of the like have lights on it, and when you drag it, it have a cooler effect. And also you have you have to see it to understand it very visually, and I like it a lot, to be honest.
That's super awesome. So you guys, if you want, the beta is out, so you just go to their website if you're on PC and try it out. See what it's like.
Yeah, it's cool that you guys are one of the few that has a beta out. Everybody's, including us, we're right on the cusp, but it's a rare thing to see somebody with a beta out. So congrats on the progress.
Yeah, we try to do things
Amazing.
a little different. So we started the marketing campaign and everything once the beta was out, so that people could see that we are developing the game. So I know that in crypto and all this play to earn game, that it was this big boom. That right now it's not that boom, but anyway, we feel that we always want to be transparent with the people. So we believe that there were many projects that promised a lot and they didn't deliver. So at the end, we wanted to show people that, okay, we are a game that you can see the development. We are here to stay. when you have any problem, and you can check your progress. And of course, from the first beta that we released and until now, the game has changed a lot, and we have a lot of feedback from people that with the new patch I like a lot, because we don't have any fear that or any problems that to take that the mistakes we did, this could be better, this I don't like, this okay, and we try to improve every day the game. So at the end, I believe that people will love it.
That's a really good mentality, for sure. That's the way to go.
Yeah, and providing accessibility to everyone, in these markets, everybody's so unsure. So that free to play and then hook aspect, into elevating them into the next level of member, next level of customers.
Well, everybody's scared of the bear,
Yeah. So they can get in and check it out with like basically no risk. That's cool. That's a great.
Yeah, I think so too.
To be honest, when we talk about this hedge fund and everything that wanted to invest, they always say, "Oh, why you don't wait until the next bull run comes? For sure, the launch of your token and your game will be more successful and everything." But I think that our mentality is not this one. Okay, of course, if we could wait 1 year after the next halving, 1 year and a half, something, maybe it could be better. But at the end, I think that the retail people will learn from their mistakes. So at the end, I don't want to invest in a project where from the hype, so from the full promise. So at the end, if we launch now, and we demonstrate to the people that our game is fun, the game is working, the chain is working, everything is on track, and when the next bull run comes, I think that this will benefit us for sure, because we already are a project that people can rely on. Not at the end that if we wait when the next bull run comes, people don't know our product, they will need to trust blindly. So at the end, we believe that with this system, we are we've been transparent, and that's the way to go, I believe.
Absolutely, and you've been interacting with customers throughout the whole bear, or through your players the whole time. So that's amazing. And what chain are you launching on? Boss Opa has a couple good questions, like 10 good questions, 9. What chain?
He has a whole list. He has a whole list.
Yeah. We are launching in our own layer 1 chain created by G4EL, just designed by gaming. So besides, just to be very quickly, because there is a lot to explain, but I just want to be very, very clear and fast, is that at G4EL, we are a video game platform company that we provide a layer 1 solution chain for gaming. So the same as Epic Games promote the engine with Fortnite, or Nintendo promote the game with Mario Bros. We want to be that G4EL chain are promoted by 2 games. So we will do Elemental Rider, that is the game that will be a play-to-earn style with free-to-play and RPG mechanics and everything. But then the next game will be a more like with Diamond Dreams, that just imagine like a Candy Crush, like a game as a service model with cooler graphics and actual jewelry that it's very cool, and we believe that it will be very amazing. But at the end, it will be more like Candy Crush with NFTs. So at the end, we have 2 business models to demonstrate that the people can use our chain, and developers can build in our layer 1 solution. So at the end, we are building these 3 layers of products: our chain, our games, and developers that bring the game in our chain.
Okay, so both of your games are going to be in your own chain, games for a living.
Exactly, and any developer that want to build the game could use our chain also.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So at the end, at the start, when we were doing the research and the company and everything, we looked at many different solutions. But at the end, our CEO Manel, that it's the key expert of it, and that it was the core developer of the chain. He said, we don't have any real solution for what we're trying to achieve, that millions of users, that if you want to like a chain that can sustain the taxpayers that Candy Crush has, that have more than 250 million average active users, it's not possible, because of course a decentralized chain is good, and of course everything the crypto has is amazing, but at the end there was no chain available just focusing on what we are trying to do. So as a gamer, you already trust the developer. So it was no key need to decentralization at the end, because the decentralization is good, but centralization makes that you can have all the scalability you want, you have all the security you want or you need. So it's really a chain designed for games. So at the end, we Manel, our CEO, decided to do it that way because he really designed the chain for games. That's only the purpose.
What is your goal? Are you guys thinking about trying to go full functionality on chain? Because that's something where the tech is definitely lacking right now.
Yeah, well, of course, we are in very early stage. We are getting we have the TGE now on the 21th of November, and then on the 24th it will be the public sale, and then the game will be on the 28th. So we will have all these features available at launch, where people can play or anything, and we'll be at full. So of course, we will keep improving what we are doing. So we are. Right now we are besides all the chain, we're creating all the tools for developers that they could use all their programs and tools to develop their games, because we have like Manel have our CEO have the expertise to do this with Candy Crush. We want to create we do not give the tools to developers to create the games in our chain and create NFTs very easy. We just do games analytics, marketing, auction, everything. So we have that a small developer can become into G4AL company and can develop there. So we're trying to achieve out of people from small games or even big, because right now we have two small indie developers that are in our chain already, and we have under NDA two more companies with more than 2,000 employees that we are trying to bring their AAA game in our chain that will use it. So at the end, we every day the chain and it becomes more productive, more reliable, more secure. So at the end, when the game is full launch, we'll have everything ready, and the more it time passes on, we'll keep developing it. So at the end, all the blockchain is in early stage, and I'm sure the technology will improve more and more even the days.
That's awesome. Everybody, if you want to read more info on their chain, it's on g4al.com, Games for a Living. I think it's really interesting. Going on to the next questions, we have a couple from Baby Tiger, but these are like duplicates. You already answered this question. So the next one is from Geomac, and he asked, where did the main idea for the game come from?
Well, I guess as he says about Elemental Riders. So as I mentioned, we touch it we as a game we will have scheduled two games. So with two games we want to target two different models and two different types of gamers. So me, I was a professional gamer as a professional shooter gamer, so I like a lot of shooter. But you make a play to earn with shooting, it's difficult because there will also be hack. So we want to go that direction, because also if you play Call of Duty that have millions to prevent this, people could hack and could see the world for other people, and you cannot prevent hacking and botting. So at the end, we try to make what are the most played games in the world and what are the genres. So one of them is MOBA, that we are trying to do that this will be a set game, so people could use the NFTs from Elemental Riders into a set game onto the MOBA. But then this MOBA requires a lot of more time and more dedication and more resources.
Right.
So then we started with Elemental Riders, the RPG Toolbox have a lot of fan base, I believe it's 100 million users that play different MOBA like Rise of Legends or other games, like you could see playing Clash Royale or something. There are many games playing this, but at the end, I think that we have touched two different type of gamers, so RPG and card gamers, and then we have this massive model that is the Candy Crush that everyone, even a kid, can play.
Okay. The next one is from Mayul, and he asks, he's a little bit concerned about security, as we all are in this world. So how secure are your smart contracts, and if you ever got them audited by a third party?
Yeah, we got audited. with two companies. You can check it on G4AL. But besides that, that is the cool thing to be more centralized that other chains is that even if that in the so we will run our chain in Google. So of course you will need to have Google to enter into our account. But then even if it got hacked because we are centralized, we could stop the chain. We could revert, and we could put exactly the game how it was. So that's the good thing that one of the things to being centralized is that you have more security in that way. So at the end, because you are the only all the data is stored in the blockchain, so you can check everything that happened. And the blocks are signed by us. But in the end, even if somebody try to access to our account and just pass the multiple security we have, we could revert this and we could make the game that it was and wouldn't be no problem.
Wow, so basically you're talking about the rollback mechanism, and is this like across the board? If somebody gets hacked, you do a rollback for the whole player base?
It's not like we do it automatically. Of course, if we see that we have many securities, of course, if we see that we have a flow, we could have eventually that we at the moment we did it and we won't have this. But imagine that if we got somebody could do an ORAT or apply a smart contract, so we could mint elemental crystals, by the way, and we will automatically detect this and we could revert as up. So we could stop and we could revert this issue and nobody would get hurt. So imagine that we could do this rollback, as you say, because we are more centralized, not that we are decentralized, that we could do this in the end. So just imagine like the same like Binance BNB did a few weeks ago when they got hacked, they could revert it. So more or less we are more secure than that even.
Okay.
Is that something where can you do that like per game, or would that be a total chain rollback? Like say that happened in, well, I guess if it happens in the chain, it would happen to all the games. So it would be just a chain rollback.
Well, it depends. It depends on how the game of if it's our games, for sure we have the control. If it's a developer game, he will have control of their smart contracts because we will not chain, but they will have their own smart contracts, so they will be the owners, and they could throw back if they could want it.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about other games that might adopt the G4AL chain. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. Yeah, that's really cool.
For your, when we're talking about the technical side of this, what about how would your scholarship system work? And will there be one? And how would it work? This is another one from Boss Opa.
From the list.
Yeah, from his list.
There will be one, and people, we are now discussing, we have the bot option already developed, but we are trying to simulate which one is best. So one of them is a typical scholarship round where you could have in your G4 account, you can have multiple accounts, so you can bring your FTVs and you can give access to the account to another person. Of course, this person cannot do anything with NFTs. And then with a smart contract, you cannot scam people because in Axie, just imagine that I have a scholarship. I will say, okay, I give you 50%, but then if I don't pay you, nobody can do nothing at all. So at the end, what we want to do is that when you put your account to an scholarship mode, you will have to accept a contract with the other person. Okay, you reach 50-50. Automatically, the tokens that this person farm daily will go back directly to the both main accounts. So at the end, nobody can get scammed. This is one option, and this was our first stance, and this already developed and everything. The other one is that we believe that could be also very beneficial is that people can rent their skills to in the marketplace. So I could put in I have a skill level 7. I could rent it. Okay, I want to rent it for 1 month. I want this price, and people can just pay it, and then automatically the people get this soft ownership during this month.
Yeah, so that's kind of a like through your it would be through your own marketplace. And it would be a pre-agreed upon agreement that's a smart contract that would execute automatically, so people can get paid without having to worry about it.
exactly. So you cannot get a scam because automatically the both tokens go to the both main accounts. So that's important because we didn't want a little bit actually have a lot of good things, but at the end it was more like this was some kind of shady because I know that people, me, I had more than 30 scholarships myself when I was playing. I was top playing. I had more than 30 people paying for me also. But at the end, I always want to get paid the people. So, but I know people that scam another, and we want to avoid that for sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was never familiar with the Axie scholarship personally, so I wondered how that, how those agreements played out. Smart contracts, so much more secure way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then Boss Opa, you've gotten so much attention. I'm going to skip you for a little bit, but I'll keep going through everybody else's questions. Let's see here. One of the next ones, Jazz asked a good question going back to the G4AL network. What advantages do you think that has? I think one of the big ones is going to be, the rollback in a hack. But what do you think one of the big advantages of that network over other networks is going to be? Do you think it's going to be the scalability? Like we just tried to mint some NFTs through our Star pre-sale, and of course, Polygon gave us fits. So, what do you think one of the big advantages of this network is going to have over other networks?
Yeah, so for one, is scalability because also it works with Google. It doesn't matter how much people play because depending on, at first we launched the game, it's played 100 people, we just got one server. But that in next day, we have 1 million, and then automatically the Google, with how we set up the agreement, is that depending on how much download, how much players they are, we will add more servers. And also if they are player less, we will have less servers. So then it's an automatic, depending of the total volume you have, it will upgrade or downgrade. So we need the same amount we always have the same servers that we need required. So that's a good thing about working with Google. The other thing also is that we have a 99% of uptime. This is one of the best services we got in a game. So we don't have any time of downtime of the game. Also, for terms of the security, it's very important. And lastly, because we are more like kind of centralized focus to prevent that now with the MiCA that we are based in Europe, as you say in Spain. So we have the MiCA laws where whenever a transaction from more than 100 euros needs to be KYC. So in the end, if we want, we could add this system. So we are a permissioned chain where we could do a KYC to our customers and also developers regarding to future laws that will come in 1 or 2 years. That will, for sure, we believe that will go in, no matter we like or not. This is how it will happen for sure, because every government we want to take a part of how the blockchain works and everything. And I think people could. Of course, I am a blockchain lover. I am a decentralized man, but I think that governments, in the end, we will fix this. But we are trying to move in that step forward to prevent that future problem that many companies that are not thinking about this will have in the end. So we are trying that, when this happens, we are secure, we already have this system, we already have this problem, and everything is set up, so we won't have any problem, and we could keep improving, and we believe that with this we'll be ahead on other companies that right now they do not do it because they don't need to worry, but at the end they will have to.
Yeah, those like midterm goals and longer term goals, especially in like an unpredictable environment, especially with the legal aspect and regulatory aspect, it's changing every day. So the only way you can keep up is to be ahead of the game, I would
keep changing every day.
Exactly. I believe that right now that the sandbox with Aston and Mocha brand is doing that all the launch owner need to be KYC or something. So I think that also big games and also big hedge funds like Animoca are doing this step forward because they're doing that how it's doing. Now all the exchanges need to be in KYC. I remember when I was in crypto in 2017, when I was in Binance, I didn't have to do any KYC at all. Now it's mandatory. So I believe that this will keep improving also for companies like us that are registered in Spain or are not registered in the Bahamas or Vietnam or something or everything. Those are not as restrictive as here. I believe that this will be at the end the core setup of how the main countries like USA or Europe and everything will go. And we want to be on that step forward to become very legal on every aspect. So at the end, we want to be as we don't have any problem at all. And we want to, okay, maybe it's short term pain, but will be a short term gain, a long term gain for sure.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir right now, as they say back home.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, I'm in New York, and the restrictions already on us. I mean, we're limited, and there's laws in the pipeline coming down, and regulations change every day. And oh my gosh, if you want to see like what tied down, for large market community looks
So,
like for New York state laws. Oh my gosh.
in the end, if you want to bring Web2 gamers into Web3, Web2 gamers are used to this KYC because you already paid with a Visa or a Mastercard. At the end, this is the type of KYC. So there is no, okay, if you want to pay with your credit card, you can. I mean, there is no problem. I think that if you boil the fundamentals of the chain on that matter, I think that this is for sure we want to be the most solid as possible, and that's how we are working on. So at the end, I think Web3 gamers, maybe of course, a lot of them maybe didn't choose us because we are not that kind of decentralization that like of Bitcoin that we could do, and of course they are like open-minded that way. Just from the government, I don't want to share anything with you guys, but at the end, I think that Web2 gamers that there is more than 97% of all compared to Web3 gamers. I mean, are used to this type of requirements to pay because they already paid with Visa and sign. In order to play the game, you have to sign your EOLA and everything. So at the end, they are used to it, and I think at the end, people it won't be an issue for sure.
That's awesome. Unrelated to the technical side, you mentioned Spain a couple times, and I was going to ask, is the studio based in Barcelona?
Yes, in Barcelona, yes, in Spain.
Just so people know, yeah, that's awesome. That's actually one of my favorite European cities. And related to the geolocation, what are the laws in Spain right now? Like, are you afraid that any crackdown on crypto could come anytime soon that could influence the game, basically?
No, not really, because we already pay a lot of taxes here in Spain. So I believe that we already have this type of regulations because, I mean, Spain are not sleeping on this matter. So we have to pay on taxes here in Spain. We have to pay in more than 23% just if you have some kind of if I win money with crypto. So at the end, they are very strict with that. I think that if you go to Portugal, you have to pay zero, but then they are changing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that right now Portugal is changing, and he will add this type of taxes after. I believe people, when crypto will be, or it can be one of the best monetary systems in the world that could be used worldwide and don't have any kind of restrictions. The government would want a cut for sure. So at the end, if there is a huge inflation ratio in the current fiat, so it's probably that every year it comes, crypto and blockchain and Bitcoin could be one of the potential shift to change the world. So at the end, I think that if governments are smart, they will shift to that regulation, but a smart regulation, because if you ban it, for sure at the end, it's like when you ban a thing, it's like a kid, no? If you have a kid and you say, okay, don't smoke, people at the end will smoke. So if you are the government, I believe that if you do the smart thing is to do a soft regulation where people are not get paid, and they have to pay a lot, but then you eventually pay and you don't need to hide anything because, okay, it's fair. So then it is smart thinking. And I believe that smart countries and smart governments will do that way.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm asking is because, like you said, Portugal is different. I live actually in Romania, and honestly, we just don't have laws on crypto. Like it's not a thing yet. It's very vague, and we're a little bit scared of what they're going to look like when they get here. So that's why I asked what the status is in Spain.
Yeah, here is regulated. Here you have to pay the taxes, and you need to put it in your tax reports. So, and if you don't, you maybe you may have to pay a lot more. At the end, if you want to get risk, you could do. Of course, there are ways to prevent a little bit easier than other methods, but in the end, I believe that the government has the tools to if you try to fraud a lot of money, they will catch you, and in the end, it's not worth it.
Yeah. They'll look for you if you do it a lot.
Yeah, I invested in 2017. I made some profits, so for me, it's not okay. It's always profit is profit. So of course, you could win more or less, but anyway, if you want to sleep good at night, the best is to
Exactly.
do the best is to do
Exactly.
with your lows and everything. So I prefer to sleep well, doesn't get any problems, and okay, but I think it's the same in Spain. I know that some people here that some companies that are in Europe that are not taking this regulation because just imagine that not imagine this is what happens here. Here we are right now we're doing the profit sale that we have 7.5 million in round. We have secured more than 3.5 I believe, and we have 1 million more in SAP, so we are pending regulation. We have declined more than 6 million because we couldn't know where the money come from. So we here in Gifford we are very keen that we don't want to prevent any money fraud and everything. So we have we don't know where the money comes from. We don't want it because we will have problem in the end, for sure.
Yeah, it's the challenges you face and trying to be prepared for those. It's definitely an ongoing thing to be aware of. And on the challenge side, while we're there, there's kind of like a combo question here. I'm kind of seeing between Xana, who's one of our masters here, and then Lorekeeper himself. They're talking about, obviously the challenging market that we're in. And Lorekeeper notes that we share a lot of investors, especially on the gaming guild side. But combining that with Xana's question about how do you guys intend to maintain player loyalty given the competitive industry we're in, kind of combining that with Lorekeeper, who was asking about how you guys are planning to endure the bear market. Kind of what are you doing on the community side to keep your players engaged, to keep them coming back and checking them for updates, and what's your plan for lasting if we do see say a 3-year bear market?
I think the best plan is to have a fun game. So I believe that in the play to earn side, people don't play the games because they are fun. They play the games because they can get some revenue from it. So just taking apart all the possible revenue, attraction, and everything that people can make money. If you make a game that is fun, people would like to pay it for just by playing it. So we would like to pay same as Web2 games. I believe that if you have a fun game, people will play it, and of course, if they can make money from it, they will be more happy. But in the end, right now, I just say we are in a bear market. We have partnered with more than 15 guilds. Some of them could invest, some of them not, because right now they invested in a lot of games, some bullshit games. Some were they were great, but some were not. So in the end, right now they are more cautious from it. But in the end, I believe that right now we have the open beta so people can see the game. We are trying to one of the best initiatives is to have an EMA with amazing games like you guys. You have announced an amazing game at Apeiron. I believe that it's an amazing game, and I hope I can play it soon. So yeah, at the end, I believe that all the Web3 community need to stand together and help each other with this kind of initiative and community from one game to another. I believe that can benefit from it. So besides all the possible guild partnerships and all the user base, on all the other games, I believe that having a great game, having a progressive and fun environment, and I believe that it's the key to success. And people, if they play the game and they like it, they will stay on it.
What's your feedback been so far? How long has the beta been out?
We've been out around 3 months now. So, so at start, we have some I have to say that our user base right now is not the biggest one because we started the marketing, as I did mention, 1 week, like 2 months ago. because we went to play we have the open beta. We're just starting, and then but I believe that we have an active user that playing a lot the game. I think we have a lot of feedback. And if you go to our Discord we have the beta feedback channel. We have a lot of people coming and they like it. From the last update, we did a big update that we changed a lot of things, and it was an amazing success. People like it a lot. Also myself, I am more confident right now that the game is I'm enjoying playing it. So just playing that uh, as a game developer and G4AL, we are trying to make a game that I would or we would like to play 4 or 3 hours a day. So if we don't accomplish that, it's that we are not we are failing. We are not in success. So we are trying to we are as before we are not afraid to change things. So we are trying to change. Right now, the game at its core it won't change, but right now just before I was talking with you guys, I was just doing an overview of all the skills and changing it. And okay, I see this one, maybe this is too powerful, this one is not. So we are hard testing handcraft, everything. Besides the part of the we are simulating it because we have a company that simulates all the things, all the economy, all the in-game, all the soft economy, and also all the how much if we have these players, how much they will need to play to achieve this level of account, etc., etc. We are simulating it with bots and everything. So we have inside data where we are simulating depending of okay, this player plays this time and we have this level. But with that, we are doing a lot of things manually and we are very carefully and we are trying that all of us, these 35 people we are in the company, we are passionate gamers and we love doing games and we are trying to achieve that people enjoy playing our game.
Yeah, it's that fine art of balance. Lorekeeper always talks about that.
Yeah, so it's not easy to develop a game. It's very hard. There is a lot to think about. There's not always problems or bugs or nothing that you need to test thousands of times to prove that everything is working well. Also with the balance, you need to, as you said, we have 150 skills, so you have many combinations. So yeah, we are taking the steps forward to making a game that it's competitive, fun, and it's not boring. Like I was playing Axie Infinity because it made me revenue, but at the end I didn't like how the world mechanic it was. So we are trying to make that this game is not boring and people will play it without any possible revenue if they don't. Just imagine that if we don't took it as a pay to earn, okay, will this game could succeed without a Web 2 game? And if this is yes, then okay, we are good. If it's no, okay, maybe we are wrong and we need to change things and see how it goes.
Yeah, it's not enough just to say you have a blockchain game anymore. Now it's moving to a different level. Now you have to actually compete with good games. There's just so much that's come out over the last couple years, last year really.
Yeah. So I see in the AMA questions channel that a few people are actually trying to download and log into the beta, but they can't seem to log in. They are stuck at creating an account, including Lorekeeper. Do you have a temporary login that you can share for them to test it out?
It's on PC or on mobile because it is in mobile right now. It's not open yet, but on PC you can play the game 100% on PC.
Did you, Frank? Did you do it on PC? Maybe he's not around.
Oh, I am.
I'm
trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to download the game and play it.
But is it on PC or you're doing PC, right?
Ask Adriel. I'm actually trying to download the demo, but I can't seem to get past the download page somehow. I'm trying to reach out to this.
PC or are you on PC or mobile?
I downloaded the PC version.
Yeah, it's on Mac. It's on Mac.
I'm on PC.
Yeah, okay. Then should be work fine.
Oh, well, I'm stuck on the login screen. So
did you create an account?
maybe
Did you create an account?
Yeah, I created an account. Yeah, but I'm just stuck right after I created an account when I'm waiting for to connect to the server.
Did you verify the email in your email?
What?
You should have if you make an account, you should receive an email you need to verify in order to log in. Did you verify it?
I
Check, you can check
didn't.
spam.
I didn't. I don't think I'm receiving that email actually.
Can you check a spam folder, please?
Mm. Oh yeah. See the spam
The
folder.
toaster, is it plugged in?
Yeah, I got it.
Ah, nice. So everything is right, eh? Everything's fine now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and connect the email right after I verified. Cool.
That's cool though while you're getting in. The artwork really is neat looking.
I'm actually gonna download it after we're done here.
You guys, I'm not gonna do it while we're streaming. My tech luck is not as good as my marbles luck.
Your marbles luck is insane. Do we want to go on with some questions while Frank tries to log in?
I think so. Yeah. So let's see here. We were at Lord Keeper and Xana. And then from Jinko's, there was one that was good. That's always an interesting question to ask. How do you maintain the fairness of this game, and how do you keep it from turning into a pay-to-win game? Since the game features, a collectible card game and deck building.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we are trying to, at first, when we did the first play to earn model, we add some pay to win mechanics, but at the end we were uncomfortable with it, so we changed it. And right now it's more like, okay, you can pay to progress, but at the end, as a free to play and pay to win can become at the same level eventually. Of course, if I spend a lot of money, I can be level 8, and a free to play can be level 6. But at the end, if this player spends time that are going to beat, can become level 8, and the pay to win cannot become even more if you don't pay. Or at the end, you will have a cap. So then eventually both players will go at the same will go at the same time. So just imagine like you have a Ferrari and you are stepping with my old car, and I am in a red light. Okay, the Ferrari will go faster to the next red light, but even the old car will go at the same way. So it doesn't matter in a city to have like a Ferrari, because you will eventually go at the same time at the same spot. So at the end, it's how pay to speed works, but then that regular Web2 games has. But there is no pay to win mechanic that if I pay, I will have added fair tools. That this is what we don't like. We think it's fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's interesting.
So also, if I pay, I will have this vanity effect that my all NFTs will be more or way cooler than the other. So at the end, I will have cooler skins. I can show off. I can potentially earn more depending of the way the amount I invested in. So how it works is that okay, I will add this as a pay to earn user. I will buy my subscription for 10 euros. Let's say I will have this 20 matches a day that will earn me rewards. That I will recoup this 20 euros eventually when this 10 euros eventually will have paid all my games. But also I am winning an NFT and a progression that I will and a split and a chest that will give me progression. But if I have NFTs, I will earn more than these 10 euros because I will have a multiplier that will give me more elemental crystals because I have this invested in the game. So this is how it works.
Okay, the next one is from E2. Where is it? I lost it. Oh, we already. I lost the question. Yeah.
So one thing is Lord Keeper now in the game? Everything is working fine, or is just trying to download the game?
That's for Frank.
Yep, I'm just trying to play the game. I'm in. I'm playing. So yeah.
Okay, so it works. Perfect.
You're doing the tutorial.
So everybody,
the tutorial, right?
Yeah, it's working great.
Yeah, the tutorial is. I think it's when you're at the game, you need to know the game. So it's like 6 stages tutorial. It's not quite a long time. I think it is to 10 minutes. You pass the tutorial, and then you can play the game normal. You can do arenas or raids, so you can enjoy. Because it's a beta. Eventually, we don't have a large base of users, so maybe you can encounter some bots when you play arena. But at the end, when the game fully launches, we don't have these features, so we play versus real players. At the end, and we don't have any kind of bot. But right now, because we are testing, and this helps us to make that all the real data that people play the game, and we can have some balances from the skills, so we have all the simulation on hold. This helps us to create a more balanced and perfect game for everyone.
That's great. So if anybody has trouble, just check your spam folders, guys, for the email.
And tell Polygon they're on final notice because we got options for chains now.
Okay, so I did find the question from E2 finally. He asks,
guys, sorry, but if I have 5 minutes more, so if you could just throw in the last questions, I need to have an important meeting.
Okay, sure.
Right now, so just throw me. I have a minute. Just let's do some more questions, and then we have to leave, guys. I'm sorry.
Sure. No,
let's take our last question, and then we can move to the giveaway part.
Of course. So if I started saying this, so this is going to be the last question, but it's a good one. So what is your main mode of acquiring new players?
Well, I believe that we're trying to here in Jeffrey, we're trying to achieve that Web 2 players become a Web 3 gamer. So I believe that it's important. There is a big barrier that we need to remove, that the people doesn't. So right now at G4EL, we're trying to remove the barrier where people need to access to their account with a private and public key. So they will need a MetaMask wallet to enter in our game. So the Web 2 gamer that doesn't understand about blockchain at all can just always refer to the blockchain by use that regular email and password and two-factor authentication. So this is one of the biggest way to achieve mass market and mass people that play in the game. Also, as I mentioned before, we are trying to bring people into our game. They're releasing 2 games that we believe that have a lot of audience. So RPG turn games and also these kind of Candy Crush games. So we are trying that people can have the attraction of playing this type of games besides combining the both worlds of Web 2 and Web 3. So we're trying to bring the best of Web 2 and the best of Web 3 with this economy and everything. And we're trying to imagine that every gamer, besides you are a blockchain fan or not, could play our game. And we believe that this is the way to achieve a potential million of users. And we are trying to go mainstream with that system and that vision of for the games.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for answering all the questions. I know there were a lot, but people are just interested into finding out more about Elemental Raiders.
Thank you. If you sometime for me it will be amazing if you think a lot of your community would like to know more about the game, and really that we could do another EMA in the future. And also for sure you are invited to do one of your developers. You can come to our to do some EMA, and so we would love to know more about Apeiron. And yeah, I hope I can play your game soon because it looks amazing. And yeah, I hope we achieve a solid and good partnership together, guys, and we can benefit from others. That I think that the best is to be together.
That sounds perfect. Yeah, we'd love to do it, and we'd love to have you with us to play with us.
Yeah,
course.
I thought it was a a basic game that was just coming out, but it looks like you guys are doing some really cool stuff over there, especially with the doing a whole chain for this. That's amazing. Going level 1. So good.
So
Best of luck to you.
when Frank become a expert player in Elemental Raiders, we can do like an arena together, and we can do a match and show to the people how I can win Frank. No, I'm trying to kidding.
Still learning. Still learning. I'm just playing the game right now.
Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you, guys. It's been amazing to be here. I have to go, but now if you need any help, yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and it was amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, and you have a great day.
Good luck.
Good luck at your meeting.
Good luck for the winners, and good luck now for the eye drop, and see you soon, guys. Thank you very much.
See you, Adria. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, for all the listeners, don't leave yet. We're gonna have a raffle going on in the Rice channel, and we're also gonna give away in the Rice Maker channel. It's on, and we're also gonna give away a mark for everybody that's here that doesn't have it in the Bond of Stone. We're gonna give a Bond of Stone. Actually, it's a mark in the Bond of Raiders channel, if that's open already.
One second.
They're getting open, guys. Just be patient. Be patient.
That's cool though. They're trying to attack from the bottom up. Good luck to them.
On Raiders channels opened right now.
Okay, so both channels are open. Go to Rice Maker to participate in the giveaways for the runestones, and then go to the Bond of Raiders to get your mark.
That's cool.
So how's the game, Frank? Do you like it?
Yeah, from the looks of the demo that I played, I think I'm on the stage 4 or 5 right now. The demo is smooth. The gameplay is smooth. I've always a bit critical though. Still with better graphics. With a similar system.
I mean, if you can, maybe stream it for a second if you can.
Sure. I'm trying to share my screen on this one.
That's for everybody that couldn't log in yet.
It's exactly like the videos. I remember seeing this quite some time ago. And
I only saw it recently, but it looks really good.
graphics is we're trying to stream it, but I'll have to go to the town hall to stream it though, because I can't stream it in the
yeah.
Well, let me head to the town hall right now.
Okay, let's go to the town hall, guys. Don't forget to go to the Rice Maker and to the Bond of Raiders channels. Bond of Raiders is right at the very top, and then Rice Maker, it's
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
Here they come.
You got some weird buzzing going on the stream.
Yeah, same.
And
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
It's okay. I'll just mute the sound of the stream, I think.
What's been happening since last time? Close my window.
It looks cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Looks it looks okay. It's smooth. The graphics are very good.
Yeah, as you said, a better looking Axie, or at least this very part.
Well, it's the turn-based elements. That's the best. You get much better options right now on mobile. Some stuff.
You advance through the first few levels pretty fast.
I don't think you need to. I thought to a fabric, but oh hey, something died. Unkillable, it says. Wow. 3 lives. I don't need to restore if I one-shot it. I agree to get to the wrong person.
Victory. Nice.
Champion.
I'm not really following the idea of the early blockchain design.
Ooh, what's...
Most of the time, people are motivated by making a lot of money relatively quickly. They raise money from investors.
He's a bone collector.
Hmm?
I think I'm spoiled by the mobile games. I'm already looking for an autoplay button.
There you have it.
Relative. Oh, it's a...
Cards were nice looking.
Gonna pick. Let's see.
Out of 10, how long is that giveaway running?
The giveaway will be ended in 4 minutes.
4 minutes to get in on the rice maker giveaway, everybody. Just a reminder. Yay.
In it to win it.
Gotta be in it to win it. Hey, Capo, we should run a rumble.
Yeah, we can run a rumble. Go ahead, go run
Hang
it.
on, let's see what level we get for souls.
Well, maybe first wait for the one in Rice Maker to finish, so
Yeah.
people can focus on.
Oh wow, they actually have multiple maps for this. Oh, they go.
Rivet even though he's talking to himself.
Who's talking to himself?
Stevedore general chat.
Okay, so if you go to the rice, if you guys go to the Rice Maker channel, the winners are out for the 3,000 rune stones. Seems like I was not in it to win it. Oh well.
Fine. No. Basopa, Jinkos, AC, Jimmins, Jason, Cammy, Spammy Cammy, Little Blue, and Jeremy. Minari.
I mean, Boss Opa's first because Funibot saw his list of like 30 questions.
But AMA questions channel, I think it's open for the Thursday AMA. I think Yulon is pretty genuinely excited for that one. See if the message is out. The message should be out. For these 6. Oh. Should be out now, actually. Well, let me move it up to schedule. It's scheduled on the wrong date. I was wondering. Okay. Tweet should be coming out. With Lost Realms, our next AMA. We prepare the AMA schedule. Realm swap site. Realms.yc.
This looks like very 90s, I think. Right?
I think this Lost Realms thing is actually pretty popular. It's one of the projects that lined up of all the alpha groups, similar to how Degenheim was. I think, but this is older than Degenheim, and they got quite a bit of traction by lining up with the alphas. In terms of gameplay, I think there's still some ways to go. This graphic style is actually quite hard to make. I call it the high quality
Street Fighter.
Oh, come on, they deserve a bit more credit. That's squeaky.
No, you test my limits in like 3 seconds. But it looks cool.
Guys, the bond of Raiders channel is closed now, so whoever got it. Congrats to you. Okay, do we want to run that rumble for everybody here too? Give somebody a chance to win some souls and maybe a rumbler's mark. Since we got everyone.
Maybe we can get like a high tier today.
Yeah,
or you guys want to rumble?
Of course they want to rumble.
Let's go.
Just a little one.
When do they not want to rumble?
Exactly, you're right. Let's rumble.
Okay, I'm gonna. It's for people here. We're not gonna make an announcement. I'm gonna start it. Go to the Rumble channel, guys.
I'm gonna start off and do something else. Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
well,
Thank you,
thanks,
Frank.
Frank.
Good
Thank you
try.
so much.
Squeaking couple.
Thank
Are we
you.
banned?
Well, you need to sound a little more enthusiastic next time.
Yeah,
I was listening.
I
I
mean,
was trying to.
so-
It took me a second
too.
to like understand him, his exotic Barcelona accent. But then after I understood him, we had a good talk. I think.
Yeah, well, need to make him feel a little more welcome. Because I know I want you guys to be a little more safe for work, but this is too safe for work.
oh, so you want
Yeah,
more
but,
sauciness? Okay, I got it. No, you got it. You got it.
Just be a little
Now
more.
you guys see. You see what he does to us?
So he wants. You heard that, Squeaky, right? Like on record.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
See you in the next
go
one,
ask
Frank.
him
I
if
can't
he
wait.
masturbated before the speech. Before
I
the
mean,
interview or
no,
something.
that's not our style. That's more like Xana style. So if you want that in an AMA, I think.
No, not that style. Not that style. Just be a little more easy on them, and be more relaxed. Everything is very, very official.
Okay, we're gonna
Oh,
be
okay,
saucier.
guys.
Don't worry.
That's
Don't
good.
worry
That's
about
good.
it.
First time.
I know.
My goodness.
I doubt your first time between you two were that gentle. But yeah.
They were
become
gentle. What do you
adventurous with
mean?
these guests.
I'm a good boy.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm
All
just
your fault.
go off
You did
before
it.
You
before
literally just asked for it.
All right. Okay, take care, guys.
See you, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Go to the Rumble Royale channel to take part. It's
Less than
one-
60 seconds left.
1 minute left. Yeah.
Oh my god, too much sauce. Not enough sauce. Capo.
Yeah, not enough sauce. It's clear.
I was
Look,
here for the most
this,
part of it.
this sticker goes perfectly right now. Not gonna lie. In general, that's literally it right now.
Not saucy enough.
Facts on facts on facts.